Let's discuss your Academic Advisement Report, otherwise known as your AAR. The AAR is an important report that the registrar uses to clear you for graduation. You can also use this report along with the assistance of your academic advisor to ensure you are meeting all of the requirements of your academic degree plan. To pull the AAR, you will need to log into your Student Center. You can access the Student Center directly from your My Boise State dashboard. Once you are logged in, you should see a screen similar to the one you see here. Under the Academic section, you can open up the drop-down menu and select Academic Requirements. This will pull up your Academic Advisement Report. You have the option of viewing it two different ways. You can either view it like it is now in the system, or you can download the report as a PDF. The PDF version pulls up the report in its entirety, and you can see any discrepancies that may present themselves. Here we have the PDF version of Bonito Bronco's AAR. We see her expected graduation term is the summer of 2015. Her catalog will expire August 2021, and her advisor is listed as the General Kobe Advising Center. The expected graduation term is a date set by the system when you apply for admission into the university. Often this date is set far into the future, but in Bonita's case, she will need to contact the registrar to update her date so that the system doesn't prevent her from registering for classes in the future. Her catalog expiration date is August 2021 because each undergraduate catalog is only relevant for 6 years. And if Bonita takes longer than 6 years to graduate, she will need to change her catalog to a newer one. But she certainly can graduate earlier. And since we can see that her advisor is listed as the General College of Business and Economics Advising Center, this is another issue Bonita will need to work with her advisor to get updated, as she is pursuing a multidisciplinary studies degree as well as a leadership certificate, neither of which are under Kobe. So if you have questions about this section of your AAR, please contact your MDS advisor for clarification. Here we see a legend that shows us where the credits that are pulling into this report are coming from. And it's important to keep in mind that this report will pull in any credits that a student is registered for and count them as satisfied even though they are not currently completed. They will show up as in progress or IP. The assumption of this report is that the student will successfully complete all of the credits that they are registered for. So let's look at what Bonita has completed and what she has remaining to complete. We can see that Bonita is registered as a degree-seeking student pursuing a multidisciplinary studies bachelor's degree, as well as a certificate in leadership and human relations. She's also in the 2015 catalog. The AAR will start at the basic requirements for an academic degree plan and then become more specific. All students are required to have a cumulative GPA of 2.0 or higher in order to graduate, and it looks like Bonita is right on track with her GPA of a 2.573. At minimum, all students need to earn at least 120 credits in order to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Here we see that after the spring 2016 semester, Bonita will have 29 more credits to take to meet this minimum requirement, as she has 9 credits that are in progress. However, of the 120 credits, at least 40 need to be upper division, or courses that are numbered 300 or higher. At this point, it looks like Bonita needs 19 more upper division credits. However, since she needs 29 more credits to meet the minimum of 120, it looks like 29 credits will need to be completed. However, we need to scroll down further to review the foundational studies requirements, or what you might know as the core curriculum, and any major or certificate requirements she has remaining. What we are looking for are sections that say satisfied and sections that say not satisfied, so that we can ensure that she completes those requirements. We can see that Bonita has completed English 101 and 102, and she's currently enrolled in University Foundations 300. She does need to meet her mathematics requirement, and since she has taken her prerequisite, we can see that right here, she should be able to enroll in Math 123 anytime. She's also satisfied her natural, physical, and applied sciences requirement, as well as her visual and performing arts. However, it looks like she is missing her disciplinary lens in the literature and humanities and her two DLS requirements that need to be in two different fields. Scrolling down further, we can see her major requirements for the multidisciplinary studies degree. We can see that she's currently enrolled in MDS 300, and she will need to complete MDS 400, the capstone, in her final semester of her degree. In MDS 300, she will be creating her individual degree plan, which will identify the 21 credits she needs for the upper division courses required by the degree plan box of the AAR. The courses will be based on the goals she is establishing for her degree plan. And it's important to note that her AAR will continue to remain not satisfied in this area even as she progresses through her degree. The reason for this is that her IDP will be sent to the registrar by her advisor after she registers for her final semester and takes MDS 400. Now, as we keep scrolling, we can see the requirements for her certificate. She is currently enrolled in Leadership 325 Foundations of Leadership, and she still has some remaining courses to take towards this certificate. As all of these courses for the leadership certificate are upper division, Bonita may be using these courses toward her IDP requirements. If we scroll further, we see Bonita's course history, and this reads a lot like her transcript. We can see when she took classes, which classes she took, if she completed them, what grade she got. We can also see the classes that she's transferred in and all of the courses that she's currently enrolled in. Additionally, we can see what her cumulative GPA is, as well as her Boise State GPA. We can also see what her total number of earned versus total number of attempted credits are. These are important numbers to keep in mind, especially if Bonita is using financial aid. Now remember that in order to earn her bachelor's degree, Bonita needs to meet all of the Boise State general requirements, as well as the requirements for her major and her certificate. Initially, it looked like she only needed to complete 29 more credits in order to earn her bachelor's degree. However, since she still has her math, her DLL, and 2 DLS courses to complete, in addition to her major and certificate requirements, it looks like Bonita will have 36 credits to complete after the spring 2016 semester. This is because she has 24 more credits to complete towards her multidisciplinary studies degree and 12 more credits to complete towards her foundational studies requirements. This is important for Bonita to consider as she plans her IDP and her graduation date. Hopefully this video has helped you understand how to read your AAR. If you have any questions, please reach out to your academic advisor.